Today we are getting technical, and we are getting technical as I've actually done, well, a ton of work that you can see right behind me. I've done all the decorating that we talked about, all the removing, all the diorite, all the granite, and now we do have our very own cave with all its, I want to say glory, but it's still not as glorious as we could have. We also have all that lighten all of it up. And, well, as we walk down the stairs, yet again, make sure that all of the lighting, it's not going to mean that we have some mobs hopping around. I've actually started working on the decorating and the entrance to the alleyway, or the future village that we're going to have. We removed all of the weird blocks. Now we have that sort of weird gradient, starting with deep slate and going all the way up with the stone and those sort of patches. And today, I'm talking about getting technical because I am very tired of doing everything by hand. We are going to actually start, putting together some farms, putting together our villager breeder. And for that, we're going to be talking a little bit about the details of how all of these things work. So, to start our villager breeder, we're actually going to start by thinking about the collection and how we're going to transport our villagers out of this area and, and place them carefully wherever they are going to end up. So we're going to start by having this dispenser over here, and this is going to be a sort of tricky one to do with this little space. So I kind of want the villagers to come down here. Yep, so the dispenser should be over there, then powered rail, and over here, they're going to sort of loop around if we place a block over here. Right, so the plan is going to start with the villagers falling down a hole, which means that we're going to have our villager breeder lodged in this space over here. So this breeder is going to be, heavily inspired by, I think it's Logical Geek Boys. Logical Geek Boys villager breeder. I will put the link in the description as well for you to give it a look if you want. And I'm going to put our sign over here. Right, and this is going to be where the villagers are going to be falling into. And the other thing that we're going to need for our villager breeder is going to be beds. Actually, it's going to be a total of 4 beds. And to get that, we're going to actually use this spider spawner. Because from this string, we can get plenty of wool. Right, so we have our sort of collection system more or less ready. We're going to need a ton of minecarts in there, but we have our the collection system ready, and we are going to need. So the way that this is going to work, there's going to be a couple villagers over here farming potatoes all the time. That's actually part of the reason why I was so keen on getting potatoes in the first place. But potatoes or carrots would do. And they're going to be, loving one another. Then they're going to, the babies are going to try to get over here. And over here we're going to have 4 beds. Let's get some of those ready. And then we'll have these 2 trapdoors. This one over here. Yeah. So this way the villagers can see those beds. So the kids are going to try to get to the they're going to try to get on the beds to be able to jump over them. They're going to think that this is sort of solid path. Let's make sure So they're going to think that this is a solid path, so they're going to end up falling in here. And eventually they're going to land exactly where we are. And when the villagers are trapped in here, then it's going to be a matter of getting some minecarts in here. That is going to be a problem. So the dispenser is going to shoot a minecart that is going to pick up the villager. And in here we can have, we can choose the job that the villager is going to have. We can have the, we can even have a zombie to get even better deals. But yeah, that's pretty much what all the fuss is about when it comes to villager breeders. So the other thing that we are going to need is, get that farm ready. We're going to sort of tidy up because I would like to, sort of see the villagers, the villager breeder functioning. That's why I popped it up this way. And, have a sort of room over here, so a little bit of decoration as well. But this thing is almost ready to go. So let's give it the last touches and we can get onto the next, the next automatic stuff that we want to get ready. And now that we have, almost everything ready, there is one thing that we haven't thought that much about, which is how are we going to move the zombie villagers over there? How are we going to put the villagers up there? So to deal with that, I'm going to sort of work out sort of staircase, and I'm going to need a way out, because it would be, kind of embarrassing to die to the zombie villagers that I was trying to cure. Let's have a practice run with the slow one, and let's see if this actually works. If it doesn't work and the zombie dies, I am going to be pretty annoyed. Oh, off you go. Right, let's pick up the... Oh, I don't have space for the boat. Let's go over here. Nope. Alright, don't fall. I want this boat. This way, buddy. Oh, you can't get in the boat with the child. Follow me up the stairs, that's good. Now you're here with me. Right, so let's fall. Come closer. Right, so following me. Right, and we have one trapped. But yeah, right, first one in. Right. So for the actual challenge, let's go. Right, so it's still running behind me. Let's go jump a little bit ahead. Up the stairs it comes. And down we go. And now I'm pretty much... Yes. Oh. Alright, so we successfully moved the villagers. Now both of them are trapped in here. Right. Alright. That's the big one. And where's the youngling? Oh. That might have been a pretty big miscalculation. So I think that the baby is right here. Everybody. I think that... Yeah, big miscalculation on my part. Skip just ran through the whole thing and fell through that gap over there. So it turns out that the gap intended for picking up kids, it does pick up zombie kids as well. Away. Yes. So that should do it. Right, and off he goes again. Now I'm going to go around you. Yeah, like that. Cool. Got. And down you come with me. Ow. Ah! How? No! Oh, like that. Oh, it does fit through those. I don't know, there should be no way they're getting here. Oh. Alright. So now that we have both zombie villagers in here, we can actually cure them. That actually took longer. Well, it was trickier than I thought, but we were able to make it. So, to get our villagers back in shape, now is when the potions are going to come in handy. Whoop. So we have 3 bottles in here. 1, 2, 3 bottles of water. And to make our potion, we're actually going to need one thing, and it's going to be a fermented spider eye. And that's why we needed this brown mushroom from the nether. Well, in addition to the actual brewing stand. But now we wait until we get our potion of weakness, and we're actually going to use this piece of gunpowder to make it a splash potion of weakness. So to convert our zombie villagers, we're going to need to, well, to hit them with this over here. And we are also going to need some golden apples. So now that we have everything ready, I need to make sure that I hit, well, that I have both. Why are you over there? And now that I got your attention, can get you one of these, and get you one of these. And we wait. So I want to, well, I'm going to stick around for a while until these two, actually, well, get cured. Because one of the things that has definitely happened to me a couple of times has been that one of them goes faster than the other, and then, one of the zombies just kills the other villager. So let's look at them. Just shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Right, so it looks like they're in pain, but I can assure you they're going to be better in a while. Right, that's one. So the baby ran away. And there it is. Oh, and it's... Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Didn't remember that villagers could do that. Now it sounds weird. I just forgot that villagers could open doors. So I'm going to wait for that dude to grow up. Yeah, boy, grow up. So I'm actually going to use the time that it's going to take for that guy to grow up to sort of talk about how this thing actually works. So when 2 villagers get together, they're going to technically count as a village. But those villagers are only going to breed if they have, well, enough food. That's where the potatoes come in. And if they have enough beds. So those 4 beds that we have right behind the baby are going to make sure that the 2 people that are going to stay in here are going to think that they have enough beds to keep on going. And, you know, since the villagers are going to, well, the babies are going to go down the stream and to get collected down here, they are going to sort of be not removed from the village, but they are not going to, you know, they're going to keep on breeding forever. They're going to claim those beds back there. So that is going to mean that all these villagers are going to be, well, getting it on forever. And we're going to get all the villagers that we need down here. Right, so in the meantime, well, we have our villagers sort of running. They should start doing their thing soon enough. And in the meantime, I actually want to give a look to that geode over there, because I have some ideas for it, but I'm not quite sure how to approach it. All right, this is actually perfect. So let's light it up. Just the fact that it's open this way means that we can have a sort of entrance and then the rest of the geode sticking out. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, and it's actually, well, yeah, it's right here in our base. So yeah, we're not going to have to worry that much about, you know, getting the amethyst crystals, because this is going to be growing all the time. So what I was thinking, but you know, for that we are going to definitely need a ton of glass that we might be able to get sooner or later. But yeah, so I was thinking about removing all the basalt, but then instead of having, because I still want to, you know, keep that sort of geode vibe, but then yeah, removing the basalt and the calcite and replacing that basalt with some stained glass. That might look pretty cool. And then having a sort of entrance over here. Yeah, entrance over here. Sort of getting, entrance over here, getting into the geode from the other side. So, well, yeah, we started the episode by saying we are going to get technical and we're going to, well, start automating things and making things more efficient. And there is one thing that, yeah, it could definitely use an upgrade. So the thing that needs an upgrade is going to be this spider spawner. Because these spiders, well, usually they come, well, yeah, they get in the hole and they're going to be fine. Well, they're going to be fine. They're going to be killed. But, you know, they're going to be getting where they should be, well, where they should go. But every once in a while, and let's see if these actually do it. Well, when they start piling up, they might have a higher chance. But yeah, but some of them are going to actually climb up the walls, and well, they're going to just stay in the corners forever. So from the tutorial by Wattles, and you know, the sort of, well, yeah, the tutorial for the spider farm by Wattles, and yeah, that's been really helpful. I'll put the link in the description as well. What this is going to be, yeah, there's going to be a ton of references on this episode. But yeah, but he talks about a particular trick that Kmond does, which is to sort of drown the spiders. So let's get up here and get ourselves quite a lot of wood and quite a lot of fence gates. So he starts placing those fence gates like this. It's a matter of opening them. Yep, see, they're going to get stuck up there. And that's what we are going to try to avoid. And if I have done this correctly, I should be able to put this over here and start filling all of this up. So now, yeah, when spiders get up, they're going to end up drowning. And that is going to mean that we get more spiders down here. Yep, hear that spider dying just on its own? Yeah, that's exactly what we are looking for. Yeah, there it is. So it's working perfectly. So all the drops should actually fall down and still be picked up in our collection system. So that is technical stuff number 2 complete. Oh yeah, they grew up. Oh, my little boy is aged. You lost a ton of hair, mate. Buddy, when I know that not that you want to take a nap, but I'm going to need you to let me through for a second. This is a little bit too, well, too close for comfort. We're actually part of the same person. But yeah, let me... No! I think that I screwed up. Alright. This is awkward. Right, so what I wanted to do was to do this. And to make sure that there is no... Yeah, there is no way that... Alright, this is... Yeah, this is getting weirder and weirder. Can you just move away? It happened again. I don't know how this keeps happening, but it happened again. Right, so this should be almost ready to go. Stop it. There you go. 2 stacks of potatoes. Now do your thing. So on to the next things that need automation. One of the things that it's pretty easy to automate is this over here. So what I would like to do is we have been, well, yeah, we have been relying on that, yeah, on that, well, that charcoal for quite some time, and knowing that we are sort of, you know, moving from this mining area and getting to that other side of the cave, what I'm thinking about is getting a bamboo farm over here that is going to actually feed all of these furnaces. And yep, and we're not going to have to care anymore about fuel. So this is going to, well, this is going to be all the space that we need for our bamboo farm. We have the potential to just, yeah, to make it bigger down that way. But yeah, so the bamboo farm is going to go, well, it's going to be all of this line, and then the collection system is going to link up with the furnaces that we're going to have in here. We're going to keep it simple. We are still not, yeah, we are still not ready for a super smelter, but we'll get there. So what we're going to have is basically just one line of dirt, and then this line of dirt is going to have, well, it's going to have a set of pistons up here, and over this layer, thinking, because yeah, I think that we are going to try to save on quartz because, you know, flash news, I don't want to go back into the nether. But yeah, so we're going to have that, well, one observer, I would say in the middle, just for symmetry, and then everything, or all the bamboo going into that area. 14 pistons. These are going to, damn it. Right, and yeah, this is the one in the middle. So the observer goes in here, and this should fire all of the, this over here, and this here. And once we got bamboo, it all falls down. Yeah. So now we have our bamboo farm, but actually we don't have our collection system. What we are going to do is to dig down just a bit, then squeeze ourselves down here. Use these two torches, get our powered rails. 1, 2. And over here, this should, yeah, going in 1, 2. So some minecart and a minecart with the hopper, and we put it here. This minecart is going to come back and, oh yeah, there's no block on the other end. This minecart is going to come up and down, picking up everything that falls up there. So now, well, we sort of have it running. Now it's going to be a matter of putting sort of wall over here. But now we can move all of these and put them in here. Yeah. So now instead of having, the chests where we put our coal, we're going to have just that minecart coming up and down and delivering all of the goodies. Even added some barrel action. Oh, that's cool. All right. And now, yeah, we have some bamboo coming in. And all of it slowly but surely getting loaded. And with this, we have, well, piece of automation number 2 complete. So our bamboo farm, completely automatic. Well, yeah, we are still going to need to put a little bit of work onto that, but then all the bamboo that is coming this way is getting to a hopper minecart, and that hopper minecart is putting all of that into our furnaces. So, yeah, pretty happy with that one. Then, well, yeah, we also filled up with more chests that I quite doubt we are actually going to use. Well, storage is always a good thing to have. I'm thinking you two guys don't like each other. Don't mind me. I'm just a potato fairy. If they're not going to, if they're not going to be working on it, or let's give them a little bit more time. But yeah, we have automated. Well, we have worked on a couple things. We have done the villager breeder. We have cured our villagers. We have made an automatic bamboo farm. Well, in addition to all the bamboo that we have naturally growing, but there is something else that we can automate, and this one is slightly, well, I wouldn't say trickier, but it's something sort of in preparation for the next, in preparation for when we have all our villagers completely ready. And that is going to be related to these guys right here, the pumpkins, because early game, one of the easiest ways to make emerald is going to be pumpkins. So let's start giving a look to our alley and see where we can fit our pumpkin farm. Yeah, so I think that we could put our food hall over here. So my plan with this thing is going to be, to get our villagers and get them, using the minecarts and railings. We're going to get them all the way in here, and we're going to sort of have a small shop that right behind it, we're going to have an automatic melon and, not melon, but pumpkin farm that is going to help us get tons of emeralds and get tons of food. So for that, let's start by digging the hole. Hey. Ooh. Got them in the act. Huh. Right, so they don't like each other, but there has to be something. This might be the problem with, the heavily inspired. So it turns out, I'm going to try a couple of details that, actually re-watching the tutorial. Dude, I don't want to do this again. Right, so apparently, let's see if there's an actual difference. The tutorial said that the pillows needed to be facing the villages. So they are starting and right, so that wasn't it. Might be to put these a little bit closer. You looking at me? Why? Some more references. So I think I know what the problem is. So apparently might have been a change in the last update. Means that villagers need the beds placed like this. Why? This should solve the bed problem, if that was the problem. Why? I'm going to try one last thing. Give them a little bit of time and keep it going with this room. Alright, so I think I can start putting together the first thing that we're going to need. So, change of plans. Well, since the breeder approach is not actually working, we're going to go for something more sort of, let's say, humane. We're going to give them a little bit of space and some beds and all the food that they are going to need. Yeah. And if this sort of barrack doesn't actually work, I'm going to actually start thinking that villagers can't breed underground. Right, so it might be that these two guys are never going to like one another, but that doesn't mean that we can't use them as, regular villagers. Get one of you to sell all the carrots. Oh, and you take pumpkins or 1 emerald apiece. So let's sell all our carrots. Put it over here. See if this guy. Oh, let's see. Right, so we're going to roll this until we get the enchantment that we want, which is not efficiency 4. falling again. This is another hard one to pass. Oh. Ah, mending, but no bookshelves. Actually keep rolling. Oh, that's perfect. Yes, finally. I don't know exactly how many times did we have to roll trades, but we finally have our mending dude. So, finally, we finally have villager breeder ready to go. We actually have, well, 2 grown-ups and 1 baby. And yeah, after major technical difficulties, we have been able to sort out how this thing should work. So apparently, it wasn't the food, it wasn't the beds, it was the space above those beds. So apparently babies don't even bother being born if they don't have enough space to jump on the bed. So now that we have that all fixed, it kind of makes all of this kind of pointless. So on another tutorial, I saw, I read that apparently you cannot breed villagers underground because they need sunlight. So that was a lie, because they still breed over here. And yeah, when I was breeding it, I was thinking, I usually put roofs on top of the villager breeders so, they don't turn into witches. But well, it turns out that it was all about those tiny guys over there being able to jump on their beds. The other thing that we have been doing, and actually spending most of the time waiting, has been decorating all of this. And actually we can talk a little bit about how all of this is going to end up looking. So this is going to be, our food shop. So we're going to get our pumpkins, given to our farmers. And then we're going to have different shops spread around the alley. So we have laid out some of the entrances to those shops, and this tower that is going to be connecting the lower bit of the base with the upper bit. And with all that automation, all those technical difficulties, that's going to be the last thing that we do for today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya! And actually the last reference that we have to make is going to be, for the intro and for the outro that I'm recording right now, just to, a great inspiration, and actually the guy that got me to start watching Minecraft videos on YouTube, which is Mumbo. Very glad that you're back.